Okay, so I went and checked out The Last Jedi, and I'm thinking to myself, this is gonna be a fantastic movie. Like I'm gonna check it out. This is gonna be dope. And what ended up happening is I saw some bullshit. Let's keep it 100. I saw some bullshit, some real bullshit. Um, it was like a remake of a bad Empire Strike Back version where they're on the ice planet and they're in the trenches and the big storm walkers come and they come over and it was some real bullshit. You know, there was a couple of good scenes in there that I liked. You know, by the way, there's going to be a lot of spoilers because I'm just going to talk very raw about this. The way Snoke dies is cool, and I'm gonna leave it at that. The way Kylo Ren takes him out is pretty dope. Um, what I didn't like, um, they did a lot more talking than fighting. Now, the fighting scene that did proceed after Snoke died was pretty dope, where they actually fought the Red Guard. This is the first time in the movie I've actually seen the Red Guard do something besides sit there and hold their dicks in the movie. Because usually when you see them in the movie, they're the guard of Palpatine or the guard of the Sith Emperor, and they holding their dicks and their staff. They holding their staff, what I call their dicks. So the Red Elite Guard is just holding their dicks every time you see them in a movie. And this time they actually went into action. They had some really cool um, weapons to fight the Jedi with, but you know they're really no match for any Jedi at all. So it's the mood is pointless for them to be fighting Jedi. Um, so with that being said, um, the big hoopla about Rey's parents. Rey's parents were nobodies. Okay, that story's over and done with. I done seen 1,000 things on the media, on YouTube. Basically, who's Rey's parents? It could be Palpatine. It could be a long lost character Skywalker. She's a nobody. Okay, she just happens to have the Force, and it seems like the universe is trying to balance itself out. When the darkness overcomes, the light has to come and balance it, and that's basically what it is. No different concept than you've seen any other movie where they have a lightness and a darkness, and the two have to always counteract and balance each other in the end. One can never live without the other. One cannot exist without the other. So we understand that concept. Um, there was some cool things about Princess Leia with her actually using the Force. That was cool. Um, what was some bullshit was Luke Skywalker. That was some bullshit. Okay, he stopped using the Force. Like really? That's like you forgot to take a shit. I'm sorry. You don't never stop using the Force. You never stop being connected once you're connected. Um, so I was disappointed. Disney bet the whole farm on this fucking island. All right, let's keep it 100. Disney bet the farm on a fucking island. An island. Okay? They spend 1/3 of this movie on this fucking island, and she doesn't learn shit. Luke Skywalker doesn't teach her anything. And the moment she shows a little bit of force projection power, oh, I'm scared she's gonna fall into the dark side. It was some bullshit. Straight up bullshit. So they bet the farm on this pretty little island. They did nothing on it. He didn't teach her shit. It was like the whole, Empire Strike Back. Let me go to see Yoda to learn something, and he goes there. At least Yoda taught him something. He ain't finished, but he taught him something. Rey got there and ain't learned shit. And so his reluctance to want to teach another Jedi was really crippling in the film because we wanted to see some teaching. It's kind of like when you go and you watch those old karate flicks and the dude gets his ass kicked in the beginning and then he goes off in the mountains and he goes finds the Grand Master sweeping the fucking yard and tending to his flowers in his garden. And next you know, he's the super Grand Master. He learns everything up there for like 5, 10 years or a year, and then he come back and he kick everybody ass. Well, that didn't happen with this. She went up there and she basically was like, "This is some bullshit. I'm wasting my time," and she was right, and she left, and I didn't blame her. Um, he said he came there to die on that island, and that he did. So later in the movie, there's a scene where, he goes after the First Order, and he's in the desert or on the snow, whatever you want to call it, the salt flats, and they're barraging a shitload of artillery at this guy, and he's just standing there and taking all the power, and he, brush that shit off my shoulders type shit. And then Kylo Ren goes to confront him, and Kylo Ren goes and tries to strike him down. So now you're getting this whole feeling of, I'm protecting the next Jedi Savior, just like Obi-Wan protected Luke. And Kylo Ren strikes him and realizes that he's not really there. And that was really disappointing, because we wanted to see Luke Skywalker in all his power and all his glory before he left, and it was kind of like he went out like some bitch. Like, I'm not gonna really be there, but I'm gonna send a force projection. Pardon me. And basically, he was fighting a force projection, and at the end, he used all his energy as his force projection, halfway across the universe, whatever, and then he goes off and he becomes a force ghost. And that was kind of sucked. That really sucked. Because it would have been nice to actually see him there and to show Luke Skywalker's power after all these years and how great it would have been. And it was a complete fucking letdown. Alright, let's call it what it is. I love Star Wars. I check out, I love the movies, I watch them all the time. I'm not a super geek, meaning that the moment you put something in front of me, I'm going to be like, oh, it's salivating. This was some bullshit. I know bullshit when I see it. This was some real bullshit. Force Awakens, way better than this shit. This was some bullshit. I think they went off script a little bit as far as anything really cool. There was no innovations in the story. I know they're trying to follow the canon line of stories and everything, but this was some bullshit. Finn getting it on with the little Asian girl, personally, I think Finn should have been fucking Rey. That's my personal, and now they put him with the little fat Asian girl. It is what it is. Because she fell in love with Finn, and she's such a Finn fan. It was literally like, oh my god, I see John Boyega in Comic-Con, and you flip out, and that was kind of like her reaction in this jump off. So, with that being said, I like the camera time Finn got. I didn't like his role. I'm still like, okay, is Finn a Force user or not? If he's a Force user, then let's see something. But they kind of just like, they deaded that whole storyline. They deaded anything relating to it. If he was able to sense the people getting killed in the last movie, and all of a sudden he don't know shit. So I think they just going to give him the little shoeboy shine treatment and send him on his way for the third movie, and he's just going to kind of be like, he's going to be like the black version of Jar Jar Binks, and they just going to clown him the fuck out and punk him out in the movie. So I'm a little disappointed on the whole Finn thing. What else? So basically, Luke Skywalker dies. General Leia is still alive. I don't know how they're gonna pull that off on the third one. They're probably either gonna CGI her face, or they're probably gonna limit what's going on with her. But she should be an integral part of that third movie, considering that she's still living already within the series. So whatever plans they have for her, they're gonna pretty much move forward. So either they're gonna CGI her, or they're gonna use somebody else. But we'll talk more about that, yo.